So let me give a breakdown of the allocation of funds that I use when it comes to running my sports card business. So there's multiple ways that I make money through my sports card business. Obviously, buying and selling cards is one way, but I also make money through social media. 100% of the money that I make through social media goes directly into a savings account that I don't touch unless I absolutely have to until the end of the year, because that's the money that I set aside for taxes just in case I have to pay in. And the money that I make from buying and flipping sports cards gets 100% reinvested back into the business. So that includes me buying cards, buying supplies, spending money on travel. That's where all that money goes. So let's use last month for an example. The payout that I got after fees was about $2,000. Out of that $2,000, we're going to use round numbers here to make this easy. $800 of that was social media revenue. So that $800 immediately goes into savings. That leaves me with $1,200 left. I had roughly $800 worth of expenses. $400 of that was actual cards themselves, and $400 of that is for travel because I plan on traveling next month and doing some content next month while I'm traveling. So that leaves me with $400 in profit, which is what I made just strictly from buying and flipping sports cards. Now, because that $400 is profit, net profit, we still have the original $400 that we spent on cards last month. So that now gives me an $800 budget for cards for this month. Had I not spent the $400 for travel for next month, then I would technically have $1,200 to spend on cards this month. But I like being able to travel because, one, it's fun and it makes for good content. So we're going to deal with $800 to use for cards this month. So how am I going to divvy up that $800? Well, yesterday I spent $200 on sealed Pokemon cards. So that leaves me with roughly $600 to work with. So I'll spend $200, $300, $400 for singles to run on future Whatnot shows. And then I'll use the next $200 to buy some bigger cards. Maybe something like this, or something like this, or something like this, or maybe some more Pokemon cards to invest in if I can continue to find them at retail price. But yeah, all of the money that I make strictly from buying and selling cards gets reinvested into more cards for my Whatnot shows, cards that I plan on holding for a little while to flip later, or, right now, Pokemon cards. I hope that all made sense because it didn't make sense in my head when I was talking about it, but hopefully it made sense to you guys. But that's how I allocate all my funds.